It's just a great honor being here today, and I went to school with Robert and I believe a few of these guys, but I'm a lot older now. But being inducted into this great elite group is something special for me. God has blessed this university and continue to bless this university in a special way to have such great people here and great athletes, and they recruit great athletes and great families. I heard that when you recruit athletes, you also recruit families. And when that happened, we're able to pass the baton or pass the torch to the next generation.
This year is Rosa Ibarra. We've tried desperately over the last several years, including Greg Ferris, to try to locate Rosa. We've not been able to do so, but her credentials are so outstanding that we believe that she should be a member of this Hall of Honor. A 21-time All-American, 10-time national champion, and 3-time most valuable performer at Nationals, Ibarra always did whatever was asked. Belby said Ibarra was a complete package when it came to being a student athlete. Rosa had a great natural talent, but she also was a very disciplined athlete. She worked hard, never complained, and was always a very solid person and could be counted on to pull her weight and more when it was. As a young girl watching the Flying Queens and Pioneer basketball teams, Rhane Jeffress never thought she would someday be in charge of telling their stories and keeping track of their statistics while working as a sports information director at Wayland Baptist University, all the while getting to witness some of the greatest athletic achievements in Wayland history. What's more, she never dreamed she would one day be recognized alongside many of the same people she idolized as a member of the Wayland Athletics Hall of Honor.
This is such an honor, and I thank each of you with all my heart for believing that I deserve a place on that wall in Hutcherson Center. So I want to thank Dr. Ferris for taking a chance and believing that I was intelligent enough to eventually figure out everything I needed to know. It was an honor to work for you for that decade plus 3.
Growing up in the country without a lot to do gave Robert E. Johnson a head start to becoming a decorated hurdler. Johnson's earliest memory of learning to run the hurdles was a boy looking for something to do on the family farm near Petersburg. We used to prop up tires with rocks like they were hurdles on the country road. I had 9 brothers and sisters, so there was plenty of people to race against. Johnson went on to become a 9-time NAIA All-American, 3-time national champion at Wayland in the early 1980s before making a career out of coaching track.
I certainly have a lot of fond memories of Wayland. The long, endless bus rides with Daddy Frank at the wheel, going down to Laredo to Border Olympics, going over to Des Moines, Iowa for the Drake relays, and just being with my teammates. You know, we had a great camaraderie, and you know, I've coached some of the people that have been inducted as well, and so I know the caliber of athletes those guys were. So I'm very humble, very joyed, and very prideful of the fact that the committee selected me. I do want to thank a few people that obviously have made it possible. My parents being number one, the late Lily Mae Johnson, who was my number one fan and my biggest motivator. My father, the great Reverend William Johnson Jr., who taught me low, meek, and humble is the way.
One person who hasn't always garnered his due accolades for the Flying Queens record-breaking run is Coach Caddo Matthews. Matthews was coach of the Hutcherson Flying Queens when the first of these 131 victories, a 51-31 win over Dallas Dolls of Amarillo, was recorded in the 1953-54 season opener. Matthews, who's deceased, went on to coach the Flying Queens to 52 victories without a single loss over the next 2 seasons, as the program recorded the first 2 of an eventual 10 Amateur Athletic Union championships. Kevin Stinson, 3-time NAIA All-American and member of the 2007 National Runner-Up Team, is the first Wayland Baptist golfer to be inducted into the Wayland Baptist Athletics Hall of Honor. Not bad for someone who didn't get serious about golf until age 16 and who wound up at Wayland, almost 2,000 miles from his home in Mission, British Columbia, Canada, as a result of a golfing buddy, Jeff Dagg, convincing him to give it a try.
To be back at Wayland and have this opportunity to be the first golfer to go in, it's very humbling. And I can't thank Coach Harper enough for giving me that opportunity. He took a huge chance on me. Like, he didn't know how good I was. I had no experience. And I came down here and I felt like I got better each year. And that's because of him and his faith in me and his faith in the team and all my teammates. And Greg Ferris, he always talked about Team Wayland. And it really is a team. And we support each other. We weren't a big school. We weren't the most talented. to come second at nationals was amazing. So thank you for everybody who supports the golf program, continues to support the golf program, and gives young people like me the opportunity to pursue their dreams and play professional golf after. It's just been amazing. So thank you to everyone at Wayland. Thank you for everyone involved. I can't thank you
And
enough.
this hall is almost 100 individuals now, and that's pretty cool. So, you know, as I sit and I think about these, I knew Rosa, of course, didn't know Coach Matthews, but know very much the history of the program. It's so fitting that he was inducted. Robert, I remember so many great memories of him, and in fact, I took that picture that's on that plaque. I think about Rhane, and I know what I did all those years in sports information, and then I look at what she did, and it was during her period that the athletic program at Wayland just exploded. And the number of sports that were added that she had to deal with was so much more than anything that I ever did. And I don't know how you did it. I don't know this day how you did it, but I'm thankful that you did, and you did a great job of it. And then, Kevin, watching your career was remarkable to see what you did, and to really launch a program that today is as good as anybody in the nation.